Welcome everyone, and to prove Rafi wrong,
Oh,
what is this up here?
it's also my turn.
Oh yes, it is. So yeah, I jumped our duffel bags because there's more stuff to loot. They're just by the storage container over there. That did look like something just then, but
Yeah. So, is that something?
could be something. Anything could be everything.
It's a wall panel. Storage container over here.
Yeah.
Cool. Take item.
Oh yeah, that was a first aid
First
kit.
aid kit.
Forgot to pick that up.
Don't really need that right now. Can I just...
I drank some more water as well.
Thank you. It is important to have.
And I got a new fire extinguisher.
That is useful. Airlocks. That'll be helpful.
More berries.
Do we want to loot the batteries?
We'll loot on the way back.
Yeah.
More
Battery.
berries. This is very convenient because we were complaining about the lack of berries before.
They just
Yep.
click. This. Yeah, so this has...
Are running on local reserve power. Unable to remotely download black box data.
Propulsion cannon fragment. Oh, that's kind of ironic.
Integrating new PDA data.
Oh, yeah, we have that. I don't know why
it's just
going...
titanium. Don't worry, we can dump it in the bags and then we'll just, go back up here on top of the Aurora again when we need to. So yeah, it was a pretty nifty find here. Yeah, did I overhear that, because I guess we can expand on that, did I overhear that Dad really enjoyed our last Dungeons and Dragons game?
Yeah. He did.
To be fair, it worked out it's worked out pretty well, generally. Just me and Dad going off our own, the opposite direction to whichever way Kyrus is.
Yeah, things don't seem to go well around him.
Which is kind of funny how Kyrus basically just was like kind of our solution to the boss in general, because he took care of every single ad in the room, because he just charged on ahead past the boss, and every every additional enemy that we needed to get to clear the dungeon attacked him.
Yeah.
And you
didn't really manage a successor. To be fair,
you've been coming up with all our strategies, and yet every time you try to do a dice roll to help us, you screw us over. Your dice rolls are terrible.
The thing is, I had a strategy that would have ended the fight really early.
And then Mum rolled for him to use telekinesis.
Yeah, and he just yeeted people away, and it's like, oh.
New PDA.
It's more like he moved himself away.
Well, yeah.
He stepped backwards.
Let's grab that battery.
Yeah, because we'll forget that one. If it's in a crate, it's not a problem. We'll pick that up on the way.
Abandoned PDA.
I'm not sure they're really abandoned when you get down to it.
Prawn suit.
We don't need a poster at the moment. We could go back and get it if need be, but we don't have anywhere to put it.
Yeah, but I can build a place for us to put it.
Do we even have the things to build it, though?
I don't know.
That's the problem.
Figure out
Like,
when
again,
we get home.
Bebop seems to have discovered a lot of this stuff. That looks like a fire extinguisher there.
Yeah, I think that's the one I dropped.
Bebop found, built her place before, before she even got onto the Aurora, from the sounds of it. So, sounds like it would just had bad luck trying to find stuff.
Or we're just bad at looking at things.
It could also be that.
No, that's inaccessible, so... Really
Okay,
doesn't
so
do
there's not
much.
too much up here, honestly.
Oh,
You may be able to jump over the... Oh, wait, no, you'll just look out. Fair enough. That should be enough.
yeah.
Again, it feels really weird. It feels like this is perfectly set for a horror game, and yet there's nothing on the ship, really.
That's because everything's in the water,
Kind of.
innit?
I don't know, I've enjoyed conversing, but it's kind of just dull. Well, we've got one code we haven't used, I'm pretty sure. I can't remember which one.
We used the three of them. It's a code from one of the new PDAs.
Yeah.
Which... No. 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 No.
Gotta read that at some point, because what can we learn from the hive mind of...
Note to self.
So here we are, finally in open space. We've crossed the galaxy.
1454.
Hope you can still hear us over the sound of the Hoover going off, by the way.
Oh, it's... Oh, it's just another cargo bay.
No, this is where we were before.
Is it?
Yeah, this is the loop.
Oh, that's the door we couldn't open. Well,
So
we
there might be a
opened.
way to get through some of the other doors in a loop-de-loop, but... Yeah, that's unlocked now. So, okay.
That's
a
exciting.
little disappointing. Kind of thought there'd be more to that, so... Well, I guess one key thing then, because, you know, if you don't, just in case you don't want to go onto the warp gate this episode, in case you want to see about building more stuff first, we can at least check out the wreckage, where we got a lot
Where
of the stuff
was that wreckage?
along the way to the Iron Gate thing.
Right, so we can pick up battery.
Basically, just leave the bags.
Well, we can take a bag, because I can drink
We need some food, so...
water. Yeah, but that's 75. We don't need food right now.
No.
How much? Sea glide's on 14%, so
Yeah.
let's... Just...
We
we
got
have an empty
battery as well. We can just dump.
14% I'm fine with keeping.
Yeah. There is.
Yeah.
Drop that.
Pick up a duffel bag, head back.
I think if we eat one block of food, we'll have enough to...
Yeah.
Yeah,
Sure. Let's...
because it goes over the limits. That's all good. Pick it up.
Oh, no.
Oh, we got 2 blocks.
We cannot count.
Okay, apparently not.
Yeah, we'll just leave it.
Oh, we'll grab that first aid kit instead then.
It's hardly the end of the world.
Yeah,
It's
and we
just-
don't even know if we can properly use the duffel bag anyway.
Yeah.
We'll find out soon enough.
But for
we
now...
we may have to instead focus on quickly building another.
Where the hell are
infantry
you?
block. Up top. Yeah, you have to go. Whoa! You have to go down the thing. Actually, wait. Check over there to the left.
Over there.
Yeah. Don't know if that leads anywhere. No, it doesn't. Not from the looks of it. Would it hurt if you jumped into the water from here? We'll find out then. Oh no, it doesn't. That's a very convenient way to find out. So yeah, we'll just head back then.
I'll see you later.
Wouldn't it be hilarious if this is when the Leviathan pops up?
I'm waiting for him to turn up. I thought he was going to turn up when I fell into the water. Just be there like, hey, bud. Gonna...
How you doing?
All those items you've worked hard to get, say goodbye to them.
Don't worry, I saved before I entered that doorway. Before you came into the room.
Yeah.
So yeah, so far I've just gone with the basis for the D&D thing of just, might as well, of just, you know, letting just deciding at the end which character I'm playing as.
Yeah.
So it's random who I was playing. Like, let's see, last time I was rogue. Was it the first time I was mage? But that was the one time I chose because the mage is the lizard.
Yeah.
Lizard man mage. Second time I think I was the fighter. I think third time I was also the fighter. Or was I the paladin? Oh, I was the guy who could give shields to people.
Cleric.
Cleric. Okay, I was the cleric.
I think the cleric is probably one of the stronger of the classes.
Because I gave the shield to Dad, and he was basically indestructible for the entire campaign.
They've got like really good support moves. They can heal themselves or allies. And they have something else that I was going to say and I forgot.
I guess the problem though at the end is, much like a lot of board games, it takes gosh darn ages. That was like 4.5 hours we spent on that.
I think it was
And
about
to be
3.5.
fair, by the time we got to 6 o'clock, I was so hungry I was faint with hunger. Like that, when we did even finish, and it came time to like set the table, I could barely get myself up.
I was fine.
Like I was so hungry. I mean, admittedly, hunger is a constant state, much like anger, but
You seem to get affected by hunger more than most of us anyway. That's our eternal flame.
yes.
Hey, maybe this is a Souls-like game. We turned it into Dark Souls.
Do we have a dodge mechanic?
we got a little
Unless it's a
jump.
dodge mechanic, it's not really a
Well,
soul.
maybe one of the suits has a dodge. Knife.
we get metal armor. Okay, can we dump a duffel bag in here?
No.
Can we dump it into water?
Probably.
We'll find out first.
I assume it'll sink. Yeah, that seems safe.
So let's put some not so important stuff in there just in case, though.
We have a lot of stuff.
Yes.
Now, let's have a look. Creature decoy. Okay.
Attracts creatures. That's very non-specific. And so all the Leviathans popped up. Everyone.
Habitat builder. Computer chip, wine kit, battery.
Like, does that just suddenly expand our ship here?
No, it lets you build stuff. Plat steel ignite. Don't know what that means. Computer chip, table coral, gold. Hey, use for gold. We can only use some of the gold up.
Yep.
And some of our table coral, because we do have some.
For now, though, let's see about making a extra block, pulling away our stuff, and then we'll quickly just go check out the that wreck to end the episode on. And that means next time we can focus on doing that habitat buildy thingy, and then checking out the gate, because I'm pretty sure the gate is story progression. Because I think we've pretty much, from what I quickly checked the wiki, admittedly, just to make sure we were going in the right direction. Pretty much, I think like seeing that ship, rescue ship explode is like the halfway point, really.
Okay. Don't put all
Like, if you're actually doing the story campaign, or at least maybe it's just story relevant details that the Wikipedia has, it doesn't look like it takes that long, technically. It's just that, of course, a lot of the game requires you to build certain stuff in order to get to the end, which makes it feel longer than it is. But it's just resource gathering, and honestly, from the sound of it, it just seems like you can get by without really ever encountering a Leviathan then, from the sounds of it. Oh, but surprisingly sparse and stuff now. Yeah, it's just,
So it was like...
it's just straight ahead.
Yeah. It was relatively deep, wasn't it?
Relatively deep. Maybe we should have put on the other suit first, but oh
The
well.
rebreather. I was thinking the same thing. But
I mean, you want to quickly go back? We're not that far back from the base.
it should be okay, because I don't know if it's too close to that for radiation.
Don't know either. I mean, effectively...
It was in this biome, wasn't it? There it is.
Oh, yeah. That was quick.
It looks kind of like a giant signboard.
It does, doesn't it? Yeah, but like, because like, you know, again, it's why, you know, because like, I can't organise a time where I have like 4.5 hours spare to sort of focus on stuff. So,
Yeah.
you know, how long it takes is a bit much for me. Again, preference for the Buck stuff then, where it's the Buck Legacy. For who people don't know, it's basically a My Little Pony card game version of Dungeons & Dragons. It was made to like simplify it. And it's pretty cool. And I've got all the expansions now, so which I've never actually played through anything aside from like the first expansion they released. So it'd be really cool to actually get to play all the other expansions that we now have.
Yeah.
There's also the backer card game I got, because that's how I got all the expansions. I backed the backer card game on Kickstarter, and I've never got to play the backer card game either. I've got the sticker on my 3DS for one of the things. My 3DS XL has one of the backer character stickers. Like, because, you know, people get these collectible stickers, I'm probably may use some of the SNK ones I've got when I find them. But they never end up, like, using them. It's like, oh, the collectors, like, they're stickers! Use these gosh darn things! I've never really understood the collector mentality. It just feels a waste if you're not actually using the thing for its purpose. I can understand people who, like, buy 2 of something, so they have one they store away, but they still use the other.
Oh, electricity does hurt.
Oh, and we need oxygen.
I know. I'm heading out.
Does definitely seem like we should have gone with the rebreather. Because that went surprisingly quick. Although now we can just enter that small
Yeah, I was
pathway.
going to say, to be fair, like, that was us stood staring at a wall to... Jesus,
And we didn't pop up for air before we went down, did we?
No.
And
the bit we're exploring doesn't actually count as too deep.
Yeah.
It's just the only entrance I could remember.
Was that one as well? Yeah, that was the only one I could remember too. I didn't think
Although disinfected water.
I didn't think we'd actually be able to get through there. So yeah, now we know electricity does hurt. That would get us too deep, so
Passing 100
yeah.
meters. Oxygen efficiency decreased.
But that doesn't.
We just did it. Pick that from a distance if you can. Open data box. Vehicle upgrade console. Yeah, for all our vehicles. Yeah, radical.
Empty. Doesn't appear to be anything else in here. So we can swim back up.
Let's. Oh.
Lightweight, high capacity tank.
Oh, cool. We can get a tank in this game.
No, as in like breathing tank.
The breathing tank.
Modification station.
That's a little bit more disappointing. I mean, I'm not sure what would be the use of a tank in this game. And the other thing is to use the whatchamacallit to move that out of the way.
That stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, I'll go get air.
Go get air first, and then we'll quickly move that out of the way. That plant part's done really well to survive.
The plant is alive as well,
Yeah.
which is kind of worrying, if I'm going to be honest. Yeah, I know.
So yeah, I guess the Dungeons and Dragons board game is more just to give you the idea of the mechanics of D&D, rather than the actual. Because like I think the big appeal for most people with D&D is the whole, storytelling aspect to it.
Honestly, that's kind of like my biggest issue with D&D as a board game is it's too much of a commitment.
Mm.
And that's why I've just never gotten into it.
I've never had the experience of it. And it's not like I've ever had friends to really,
can't.
go over through it with me or anything like that. So
We can't.
kind of really hard to do D&D without friends. And it's not like there was ever any clubs for it around here.
No.
I mean, no offense. Even my attempts to join clubs didn't work. I mean, heck, I got bullied in the chess club.
Which is impressive. We can't lie. It's just impressive.
Like, the thing is, I went to try out chess. I've never done chess before, and instead, for some reason, like four of the kids, like the kids constantly seem to want to. Well, the people who are part of the chess club seem to constantly want to.
Damn it.
Don't worry, we've got tons of first aid kits. Just all because we can't kill them, can we?
Oh, we've already got the Seamoth.
Okay.
Well,
We got more titanium to help build the Seamoth now.
if it even uses titanium.
And like they kept wanting to butt in, as it were, and talk about it. And it's like I kind of just wanted to take on the person, 1v1 sort of thing.
Yeah.
So instead, they would, like the group of four started giving tips to the other guy, and they were constantly telling him what to do.
Yeah, which isn't the point of chess. Like, if you need to be told, like, just don't.
And admittedly, I'm not exactly well suited for chess. I don't have that long-term strategy sort of mind. I don't have a long-term plan when I think. So
Thinking's hard.
It's more that I forget what if I did have a long-term plan, I'd have forgotten it by that time.
Yeah.
And that's a long time ago, like 30 seconds.
Still goes.
Yep, still goes. I'm be kind of disappointed if when we patch this, it could potentially.
We could just not patch it.
Yeah. Well, actually, I think it will be interesting to see what happens to this game once we patched it. So,
I'm gonna say that.
I mean, do you think should we patch it or not?
It's kind of funny not patching it. Patch it like once we've beaten it,
Fair enough.
and then we can be like,
We'll have an epilogue episode.
Yeah, which I mean, if the fire might just go away once we reload the game.
Could do. We'll find out.
What did the wiring kit need?
So yeah, so either we'll spend the next
So,
either we'll spend the next point gathering some resources to build a bunch of stuff, or we'll, go and check out this warp gate. We'll do one of the two.
well, to be fair, we can build the whatchamacallit off screen anyway. So.
Yeah. Habitat builder.
Yeah, and like build the stuff off screen, so it's not really something we have to worry
Careful with
about.
that.
I know.
Okay. So in that case, there's no other radio messages or anything, is there?
No.
So in that case, cheer everyone.
Like, comment, subscribe. Bye.